Hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Acres. I'm Amanda, and today I'm really excited to be outside my yard with you guys. We have some sunshine. It's wonderful, not to be confused with my daughter Sunshine. We have sunny weather. It has been so rainy and overcast the last little bit, so we are tickled to be out in the yard today. I'm going to show you guys a couple of our perennials, and then at the end of the video we'll talk about why perennials are so important to your food storage. Okay, first guys, we have this kind of mixed bed. We have asparagus growing in the front. I have been eating a lot of this just as it grows. In the back here are multiplying onions, and it's looking a little crazy back there. I think something had crawled behind and tried to lay down, a wild animal or something. So it's kind of smushed down, but also we've been using some of this. This bed is just outside our chicken coop, so it's very convenient for me to walk by as I'm gathering eggs. We love our chickens, and grab whatever's here. This is our raspberry patch. It's just across from the chicken coop. We have lots of raspberry blooms coming up. Look at these guys. Aren't they beautiful? This thing is loaded. So this, I think, was like 4 or 5 plants that we transplanted from our friends at Deepsouth Homestead, I think last autumn. And so now they are growing up really big and beautiful. We have a cattle panel here for them to grow up on, and they are doing lovely. They've really taken off. I cannot wait to see how many baby plants that they produce from these. Eventually our goal is to take the babies from here and create another patch alongside here, or expand our patch that way. Either would be a great option for us because we love raspberries, we love any berries, and this is a great one because it seems to be flourishing here. Around this little oak tree we have some garlic growing. We've had garlic growing around this tree for a couple years now. My mom just weeded right around here, so it's got fresh dirt and everything. It smells really garlicky over here. But we love this because they multiply. We can gather what we need. We do this sparingly, and we always have garlic here because we only gather what we need, and thus far we haven't gathered to dry, but you can see some has been spreading out here, so there's always plenty, and we really enjoy keeping this in the yard. Here are my dad and Sunshine, and they have been planting here. We brought this back from Mississippi. Honey, can you tell me what that's called?
It is a bottlebrush bush.
A bottlebrush bush. If you guys don't know what that is, it is this tiny bush here. It will have beautiful red flowers. If you want to learn what this was used for historically, you can check out the video in the cards. I did a video last year on this bush, but we finally have one here at Freedom Acres. I'm really excited about it. And here we have our green stalk, guys. We've got lettuce here. We've got some spinach coming up in the top. You can see my cilantro that's bolting in the back. This thing is loaded down with food. This is a great way to supplement our perennials, which I showed you earlier. We love keeping fresh food in our yard because it will supplement our food storage. So if you are preparing for disaster, for a job loss, if you just want to be more secure, I talked a few days ago about food storage and how important that is and how that should be your biggest asset. Insurance is important, a savings account is important, but when you have food stocked up in your home, there are so many things you can do with that. You can create an alternative income, you can feed your family if something happens that would make it to where you can't afford food. It's just an amazing thing to have, but that can get very bland and very boring. So a very important part of our food storage plan isn't just what's in boxes and cans and containers in the home, but it's also what we have outside. And having perennials outside that you don't have to maintain, it's just very low maintenance, and a green stalk like this, some way to have a hassle-free garden, is very, very important, and it can supplement your food storage in ways that you would not expect. So we have fresh salad here, we have fresh herbs here. You cannot imagine, if you haven't done it, the difference that you can have in your home canned stuff if you have fresh herbs. Fresh herbs are amazing, and they can cover a multitude of issues. It doesn't have to be bland to eat out of your food storage if you have something like this going on. So we have lots of herbs on our property. We have rosemary, we have thyme, we have sage, and lots of different herbs growing all around our yard, and that is for purpose. If something happens and we have to eat beans and rice, we're going to have a multitude of different herbs that we can rely on so that we can mix things up a little bit. Don't just rely on taco seasoning and ranch packets. You need to have things outside that are fresh. That's also going to add to the nutrients for your family. So if something happens and you're just eating canned goods, you're not going to have quite the nutrients that you need. If you have lettuce, if you have herbs outside, you can handle medicinal issues as well as add to your nutritional intake. So I hope this gives you guys something to think about. If you do not have a green stalk and want to look more into this, I will list a link below for where we ordered ours. And then also in the cards above, I'll list a link to a video that I did when I installed this so you guys can see how easy this is to set up. There is a vast variety of perennials that you can grow in your yard as well that are very low maintenance, like our asparagus. If you have some raised beds, even border beds around your home, you can throw perennials in there with your flowers, add to the landscape, do some edible landscaping, and you will be so, so glad should something happen that you did. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.